All praises and glory goes to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by Shem Yakwadash. Double on honors to the elders at GMS who's been pushing this truth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom. And it just came out that Trump he's thinking about pushing the Insurrection Act. And the Insurrection Act, the definition for insurrection is a violent uprising. Uprising against a authority or government, and he's thinking about pushing it for all of the crime that has been going on against ICE agents and so forth, man. And reading here, it says let me see. And insurrection is an organized and often violent revolt or rebellion against the established government by its own citizens or subjects. The most notable recent event widely regarded as an insurrection in the U.S. is the attack on the U.S. Capitol in January 6, 2021, and I remember, partly what happened, man. The military had to be pulled out, but since some governments aren't allowing Trump to move his military into their state, this could very well cause a civil war. And a lot of people are predicting that this is going to cause a civil war amongst people, man. Government against mayors against governors, man. Mayors against different governors, man. Kings against kings, man. Princes against princes, man. This is gonna cause a ripple effect. Police force against the government force, man. And all the way down to civilians attacking civilians, man. What Apostle Tahar always said is the police is gonna need 911. 911 is gonna need 911, and everybody's predicting that this is gonna lead to a civil war, which it is. Going down to Isaiah chapter 19 verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight, everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, man. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, he's visiting the earth by the way of his judgments, man, and he's going to set these Babylonians, these Americans to fight one another, man. And basically, if y'all haven't heard, Apostle Tahar said that as soon as the Insurrection Act as soon as Trump do the Insurrection Act, man, that's when Jacob's trouble kicks off. Right now, we're just in the starting phase of it, man. But this is when all hell breaks loose, man. When this Insurrection Act is put out, and basically it gives the military the authority to basically do what the police do, man, to arrest people, and people are saying that if the Insurrection Act is passed, man, that this could very well lead to the military coming in and killing people, man, allowing the military to kill people, man. And fair use warning, fair use. I'm gonna use something real quick.
There's nothing Well, breaking fuck the news. I'm gonna keep it short, sweet, and to the point. Donald Trump and the Trump administration are seriously considering invoking the Insurrection Act. There's nothing more I need to add to that. It's the shit's hitting the fan.
And there you go. Even Jake said, man, shit is about to hit the fan, and which it is, man. You know, a lot of stuff been brewing, for this time, man. A lot of people been losing their jobs, especially Eve. A lot of people have been losing their jobs. They have been uh bad, not keeping up with rent, having financial struggles, man. America's done, man. A lot of younger folks, man, they're tired of working, man. They're tired of working, and the economy's bad, man. You know, they're tired, man. And this goes to show you that America was just here for a set appointed time, man. And soon Yahweh Bashim Shai is about to wipe this bitch off the face of the earth, man. And all these proud ass Edomites, that stood proudly with their chest out, is about to be in hell, man. They're about to witness hell on earth, man. In this lifetime and in the next lifetime, man. In the kingdom, man. You know. But soon as they soon as Trump go ahead and put this Insurrection Act, pass this Insurrection Act, all hell is gonna break loose, man. You brothers need to be ready, because the MOTB is around the corner, man. A lot of people are gonna be afraid, man. And to be honest, brothers, we shouldn't worry about all this time, because we've been preaching it, for some time, man. And then not only that, man, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is he's using Esau and Edom as a whooping stick for the 2/3, man, because the 2/3 they gotta get their hell, man. As we grew and increased in this truth, man. We had to catch hell, man. So how much more the nation of Israel, who love playing games, who love lollygagging, who loves wickedness, man. How much more the 2/3, man. The 2/3 hasn't had to catch hell on the side as the ones who came back, as the 144,000, man. They haven't had to catch hell as we had to catch hell, man. So as the chosen people that's put here in captivity, but they're living it up. The 2/3 living it up, partying, doing whatever, man. Not giving a care in the world about their heritage or about Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. How much more them that they have to come that they have to get their ass whooping, man. They haven't had ass whooping, man. They've been, at least in this time, man. They've been living it up, man. So this is only for the 2/3, man. For the remnant, they're gonna be saved, man, as it is written, man. And nobody can stop prophecy, man. Nobody can stop prophecy, man. And that's what these damn devils don't understand. If they're supposed to be a whooping stick, and if they're supposed to be the lowest nation of the lowest, man, how in the hell do they think that they can stop prophecy, man? Especially if we had to go into captivity, if we're the chosen people of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and we had to go into captivity, how much more these heathen nations, man? You would think, we could have prevented it, but no, man. We had to go into captivity. These heathen nations, they got to go into captivity, and it's written, man, for them to go into captivity. So this is 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, man, and it's dangerous times, man. We're living in dangerous times, man. You know, we're living in evil times, man. Anything can pop off, man. Anything can pop off, man. And they need chaos to ensue so they can come in with that order, man. In the military, they're gonna already be on the scene. So when chaos happens, they can come in with that order, man. And all we have to do is just watch, man. Trust and pray and trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh and just watch, man. Watch this movie unfolds, man. Cause it's about to get deadly, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh is not gonna be playing. He's about to start cracking skulls, man. And sending people back to the spirit realm. This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 18. There should be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And in this time, man, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is going to use these spirits of vengeance and put them on animals and people to reap judgment, man. Heavy judgment is coming on the face of the earth, man. And Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, he's not playing, man. People are really about to find out why Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is feared, man. Why he used to be called the Alashijah, demon like power, in this in the ancient world, man. And Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is about to bring his about to show the world, man. His judgment, final destination judgments, people killing people, man. Not too long ago there was a little girl that was raped by sticks, man. Somebody raped the little girl by sticks, man, and they I think they pulled her scalp off, man, and then they bit all over her body, man. These are spirits are created for vengeance, man. Some of these people are just damn demons, man. In the world, and people walk around like America didn't fester these spirits up, man. America has festered these spirits. America has produced these spirits and increased these spirits, man. And these type of people are walking around us today, man. Especially the ones that comes from the third world countries, man. They come here to America, man. It's like Candyland. Not, of course, for the riches and financial gain, but for evil gain too, man. They come here and they knowing that, if they can release their frustration, out on Americans, man. Because a lot of countries hate Americans, man. And you'll be surprised, man. A lot of countries hate Americans, man. But they come over here to get an increase, man, and a better life, But this time is about to be over, man. It's about to be all hell breaking loose. And these heathen nations, man, they hate you, Eves, man. They hate you, Jakes, man. They hate us, man. So what they're gonna do, man, they're gonna be evil, man. In the day of all hell breaking loose, man. These 2/3, man, they're gonna be evil to them, man. The white man ain't gonna be caring about you, Jakes, about you, Eves, crying out. That time frame is gonna be over. The earth is gonna shift. The paradigm is gonna shift, man. Keep protecting you, Israelites, man. It's gonna be more like attacking you, Israelites, man, on every side, man. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because you have obeyed my commandments and command to preserve, I will protect you from the great time of testing, and I will come upon the whole world to test these who belong to this world, man. You know, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to test these people by the way of that mark of the beast, man, that MOTB, that chip, you know, and it's vastly approaching, man. You know, once that chip shows up, once Trump, you know, DJ Trump, you know, implements that chip, you know, we can be out of Babylon and out of America in days, man, weeks or months, man. You know, in 2 or 3 months, man. You know, however Yahweh Bashim Yahushua sees fit to have the test go on, man. But as soon as that chip is implemented, Esau and Edom, they're on a ticking time bomb, man. Because the chariots are out, you know, in the out in the outer space, man, waiting, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is waiting to infiltrate the world, man. He's waiting to come back, man. You know, and that's the last prophecy that needs to be fulfilled for Yahweh Shai to show up in the fathership with the angels, man. You know, and with the archangels, man. You know, but sooner or later, man, people are gonna get their just due, man. You know, and Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is gonna be the chef to cook it up for them, man. To cook up the plate for them, man. You know, a lot of people are saying, you know, you brothers can go watch TikTok, but I couldn't find the video. I couldn't download the video. But there's a lot of people saying, if you type in Insurrection, there's a lot of people saying that no good is coming from this, man. It's gonna be order out of KO, man. It's gonna be chaotic. You know, people are gonna die, man. You know, but we'll see what DJ Trump does, man. But 9 times out of 10, once he pushes this, man, you know, a civil war is gonna be brewed up, man, and it's already brewing up. But a civil war is gonna be born out of this out of this act that he does, man. You know, so all we can do is watch, you know, and pray. You know, you brothers, you know, y'all stay prayed up and pray for each other, man. You know, so I like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Yakokodash, double and honors to the elders at GMS who speak the truth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom.